Hey guys, it's October 3rd on Read Through the Word. I'm Wendy Pope, and it's great to be with you. You know, there's some days that I'm writing and putting together lessons, studying for our time together, and it like doesn't come. It's like I'm really fighting for it. I'm working hard for it. I'm like, Lord, okay. And I'll walk away and I'll go do laundry, or I'll go get supper started, or go get something to eat, or go outside and walk around. In other words, just kind of break away from my desk, the computer, the Bible, everything, and just walk away and just, all right, need to just walk away from this for a little bit. And then there are days like the day I was preparing and wrote this lesson and was like, that is so good. It just clicked. And I never have ever thought of this. I could never have thought of this. This is God, the A.S.K formula of effective prayer. Isn't that genius? It is the ask, the seek, and the knock. It is Matthew 7, 7 through 11. That's what it is. I loved it. And then I loved that Jesus thinks prayer is so important that he mentions it again. You know, he's already gone through in Matthew, in the previous chapter, talking about prayer and fasting and the Lord's Prayer, and when you pray and when you pray and when you fast. It's not an option. Prayer is important. I'm expecting you to pray. I'm expecting you to fast. If that wasn't enough, he mentions it again because it's so important. And I walked away from this lesson. A lot of times I ask the question with the scripture, I'm like, well, I've prayed, I've asked, I've sought the Lord, I've knocked, and I'm not getting what I want. And it was, again, one of those just wow moments that this prayer is suggesting to us, this prayer method is suggesting to the believer, the one who's brave enough to pray it, to trust God to give us what we need to receive. Not necessarily what we want, but what we need, what he thinks we need. To lead us to what we need to find, and to open the door that we need to go through. It's all in his court. This effective prayer is not a way to pray and seek God along the way so we get what we want. That's never the end goal of prayer. Prayer is not to get something, but to know someone. David Platt said that. I've always loved that saying from him. We're not supposed to be getting something. It is to get to know someone. Because when we get to know him, the delights of our heart change to delighting him. And then we are on the path to be living the life he died to give us. And we want everything he wants to give us, because what we now want what he wants us to have. Because we see that what the world offers, it ain't no great thing compared to his glories and from heaven's riches. Adam Clarke said, ask with confidence and humility, seek with care and application, and knock with earnest and perseverance. What a way with words. So I took his and I added a comma, and of course I added a verse. Let's ask with confidence and humility, ready to lay it out and know that he's got it. Lay it all out. I think of Hezekiah. When Hezekiah was, he was scared. All the kings were coming against him, and he had tried to make peace. He thought he had made peace. They sent him this note. He takes this note and he lays it out before God in the temple. And he lays everything out before God. And I think of, that's really what I picture happening here with this ask formula is, look, I don't know what all this is. I got this result, or I got this slip from my boss telling me I've got, one more strike against me and I've lost my job. I signed these divorce papers today. I don't want this divorce, but I signed them because I don't have a choice now. And I'm just going to lay this all out before you. And I'm going to say, you've got this. And even if I have to keep saying this, I know you've got this. I know you've got this. But I really need you to please help me with this. Fill in this blank. Supply this need. Whatever this is, I know you've got it. And I trust you. Seek with care and application. And to me, that means ready to obey and apply whatever he reveals. You may be asking for something with confidence and humility, and in the back of your mind, you're really wanting it to work out this way, but he's suggesting that it's going to work out that way, and you're going to need to do this. Really? Could I skip the seek part? Could I skip the with care and application part? I love the way he words this. No, we can't. What he reveals and tells us to apply to our life and to obey is for our good. So we can find what we're looking for, receive what he wants us to have, and get to where he wants us to go through the doors that he opens. And then Scripture says knock. And Adam Clarke says, with earnestness and perseverance. That means ready and willing to keep asking. Keep going. But I'm tired of praying the same old prayer. Keep praying it. Keep praying it. There's many examples of persistent prayer in the Bible. Keep asking, keep praying, keep seeking. And I love this from David in 1 Chronicles. And seek his presence continually. Seek the Lord, his strength, but also his presence continually. And the results of an A.S.K prayer formula is the one who asks will receive. The one who seeks will find. And the one who the one who knocks will find an open door. Every time. It might not roll out in the manner we think it's going to roll out, or we think that it should roll out. But it rolls out in the way that is best for us, because the one who created us and the one who knows us is doing the answering, is the one being found, and the one opening the door. We'll see you next time on Read Through the Word.